During the pandemic, Auslan interpreters became a fixture of our everyday lives, helping to translate COVID updates to the deaf community.
Mikey Webb is one of them, working closely with Queensland Health and a whole lot of other people as well. But as we saw yesterday, doesn't always go to plan.
Post-2011, there was a program that the state government...
Oh no! Oh, Mikey!
Sorry.
Take your jacket off.
Continue.
And
Take the jacket off. Uh-oh. Everyone look above.
Got on your forehead as well, mate.
Oh no. Has anyone got some tissue?
Dave, this is on you, mate.
Oh, there's a hanky. Here we are.
He took it like a total champ. He got straight back to work and we just had to get Mikey on the show. So Mikey Webb himself joins us now from Brisbane. Mikey, good morning. Tell us what was actually going through your mind at the time. Can you talk us through that scene we just saw?
It's pretty funny just listening to the audio. It sort of flashbacks. It's just funny, isn't it? No, it was more just going about my thing and I just felt this plop. And it wasn't until I sort of looked at my hand and went, oh, that's yeah. And then I thought, no, we're right to keep going. And then one of the journos went, it's on your forehead. I was like, oh, get it off.
It wasn't just a plop, my friend. It was a paint can of plop. I mean, there was so much there and you just sort of wiped yourself off and got on with it. It's not the first time that you've had things like this happen to you, because I remember another time when I think it was the health minister that there was a spider or something. Can you tell us about that one?
So there was a huntsman floating about, and it's funny, again, I get my cues from the journos, and I heard one sort of giggle, and I thought, what's going on? And then the spider came up, and it wasn't until she said, oh, it's on your leg. I was like, on whose leg, sorry? Where's this spider? So it's sort of just trying to dart around, work out where it was, and I was under her foot, and they're like, have your foot, and it sort of scarpered off. But I'm going to ask for hazard pay. I've got spiders, I've got 20 frog mouths, so what's next?
So that's what I wanted to ask, Mikey. Was it an owl? Because I saw on Twitter it was an owl. I mean, you pooped on by a bird of prey, of all things. I just sort of I mean, it's meant to be lucky, isn't it?
I don't know.
For this to happen? It's like...
I'm not sure about the whole owl thing. Birds, maybe, but... we thought it was an owl at first. We sort of identified it was a 20 frog mouth. And those bird enthusiasts out there, I'm sure, would tell you that it is not an owl and it's actually its own species.
Right.
So making that very clear for everybody.
Well, I'm sure that there'd be some people who'd be able to tell from the size of the excrement that landed on your jacket. We wanted to have a bit of fun with you this morning, Mikey, but we also wanted to take the opportunity to say thanks to you and highlight the work that the Auslan interpreters have been doing over the last couple of years. What do you get out of it?
For me, it's just the fact that deaf people get that information in their language right there and then. They don't rely on anybody having to tell them. English, predominantly for the community, is a second language, so when they can get it in their own language and they get that message the same time everyone else does, that's what gets me out of bed in the morning. We've got an amazing team up here in Queensland. I know each state has got a team that just does it, and we all communicate, we all talk about it. And I guess when COVID first hit, it was so different to be up every single day and sort of having to know what was going on in the world. But I think it's been a great profile for the profession, just to understand for the broader community as well that there is a need out there. And I love the fact that the Queensland government especially have made that commitment to know that there is a whole cohort of people out there that need that information. It's really important, and that's why we're there. And I love it. It's great. It's just, my parents are deaf. I've got a very big deaf family, so I've got quite a passion for it because I want them to be informed. I want them to know exactly what their neighbour's knowing at exactly the same time.
Hey, do you find it difficult to keep your hands still when you actually aren't the one signing?
I was just chatting with Duke before. I'm like, what do I do with my hands? I'm like, I feel really awkward because normally I'm doing all this. I'm trying so hard not to sort of be distracting for the community.
You do it however you like. Can you sorry, your colleague there who's helping sign, and we wanted to make sure that we could really sort of make something of this morning and this chat with you because it's so critical, and I think that you and your colleagues have just completely come to the fore over the last couple of years, and I don't know that we could imagine life without you now on the TV screens.
Yeah, it's certainly been a hectic few years. And again, you'd never think that would happen. Hopefully going forward, though, it's not just the emergencies and the bad news stuff. It's the good news stories as well that get told and have interpreters there. And, you know, a colleague in Canberra, when they equalised let gay marriage be an actual thing, like her emotions on that day, that kind of stuff is what we do. That's what we love doing. We want everybody to have that access and that information.
Yeah, thank you so much for all your work, Mikey. It's the one big thing, I've been away for 5 or 6 years, and you come back and you notice how much more of a profile it has in Australia, whereas I feel like
well,
used to.
It is. It's fantastic. But, Mikey, I have also just heard from the Queensland Premier. She's going to provide you with an umbrella for the next press conference.
I did duck to the local store to find a poncho. I think that's the least they can do for me.
Oh, no more, don't do that. No more under trees, surely. Just cop it, be out in the open. Yeah.